So the crypto markets are recovering, and yes, I'm holding this mic very close up to my face because my baby's sleeping right next door, and I really don't want to wake her up because I'm home alone. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel. I want to talk to you guys about this market rally we're getting right now, and the fact that Chris, the CEO of Crypto.com, is making his way to the headlines. If you'll take a peek at what's going on in this market, you will see that right now, Crypto.com CEO calling for a probe into exchanges after the $20 billion in liquidations. Now, this is something we discussed yesterday, but I want to expand a little bit more on this, so much so that I actually put out this video yesterday on X that I wanted to speak out a little bit. So I don't know if you guys know who this Choose Rich guy is, but he's that guy with a giant face. I don't know, I don't know how to explain him. That is always doing crypto updates, and he's been one of the instigators on Crypto X. I actually really like him from an entertainment standpoint, but he put out a video on how bullish he was on hype after yesterday. And I just want to draw a stark contrast to this call out from the CEO of Crypto.com, who has called for a probe into exchanges after the $20 billion worth of liquidations. And how are these two tied together? Because when you look at the post from the CEO of Crypto.com, I want to remind you guys that 10 billion, 10 billion of the 20 was taken from Hyperliquid. And so one of the points that I make in this video is people need to start thinking and realize that's really sketchy. Okay. And this is why, the shiny object in the room is not always the best. I see a lot more people focusing in on things that are tried and true. And you know what? Crowcoin has been around for a very long time. Crypto.com has been around for a very long time. And we're seeing a little bit of a rebound right now, which is great. Of course, we had these crazy scam wicks that were horrible. There's a chance that that's which wicks might candlestick, right? We've talked about that a little bit, but we are seeing the overall market recover. Now, I do want to remind you guys this, though. Yesterday, 1 minute before the president put out the tweet, or 2 days ago before the president put out the tweet about the tariffs, which are things that caused this crypto crash, there was a whale that went and shorted this market, shorted Bitcoin over on Hyperliquid. That whale opened up another short today, so there's a chance that this pump could be getting eliminated. Maybe that whale knows something again that we don't know. I want to talk a little bit about kind of what I expect next, though, broadly speaking, for the crypto market and what I'm looking at right now. So smash a like, subscribe to the channel. And by the way, if you guys do want to trade this market, yes, yesterday made trading kind of scary, but that does not mean that there's not going to be trading opportunities out there, guys. So if you want to take advantage of the sign up bonus for BTCC right now, there's a 10% deposit bonus in the description of this video. If you sign up for BTCC using our link, it is there for you. But the biggest thing that I'm looking at right now is this conversation going on regarding tariffs. China says that it will stand firm against the U.S. tariffs and that they don't want a tariff battle, but they're not afraid of one. So these are some of the comments now we're getting over this conflict that is continuing to escalate between the U.S. and China. And this conflict is the thing that caused these crazy liquidations, and what's crazy is that whale, it's almost like they knew some insider information, putting in a short on Bitcoin, making hundreds of millions of dollars 1 minute before the tweet came out of the announcement of the tariffs. It's crazy. But this is the big thing. And on the other side, you have China saying, we don't want a tariff conflict, but we're not afraid of one. Now you have the president speaking up. Vice President J.D. Vance says that the president is willing to be a reasonable negotiator with China on tariffs. And you have people saying, well, maybe this is the reason that the markets are taking off. Yeah, I mean, maybe. But what I'm really looking at right now is this. If you just take a peek at these crazy wicks that we had and you take a peek at this dip that Bitcoin got, it's just kind of finding a little bit of a natural bottom right now. It's kind of scooping back up. I do think that, in my heart of hearts, I don't believe that the bull market is over for Bitcoin. I do think that it is possible. I mean, you historically have from a low to a high, 1,065 days that a bull market lasts, but We haven't had an altcoin season yet, and this is something that we've seen in every single cycle. Altcoins had this crazy, crazy, crazy wick, and there's a chance that we still get a rally out of alts. ETH, which wicked very, very low as well, is now trying to close its weekly candle right at that $4,000 trend line, which if ETH can close this weekly candle at that $4,000 trend line, there's a chance we could actually find a bottom here, and that this just ended up being some mass liquidation, scary event of manipulation that was wicked out by some bad players in the market. And I just want to remind you guys that what I love about crypto.com is that, first of all, it is a well-established coin. It's been around for a very long time. Second of all, the leader of the exchange is coming out and speaking out about this horrible liquidation event, calling out the bad players in this market and trying to hold people accountable to whatever this market manipulation is that we're seeing out there. Now, as I continue to see the volatility in markets, I will continue to trade. That's why I've got these sign up links for you guys. Obviously, given the fact that we just had $20 billion of liquidations, you guys have to be careful. Okay, you have to be careful out there. But I do not think that it means that so never trade again. That's not what I think. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not here to give you guys financial advice. Please keep that in mind. But let's talk a little bit about CRO. We are finding that floor right at around 15 or 16 cents. I would like to see CRO coin get back above the 20-cent price level, but in order to see that happen, I think we need to see Bitcoin get back up to 117. I think we need to see Ethereum maintain above $4,000, start heading back up to hopefully this $4,600 price level. And historically speaking, I do think that that is possible. We still have a monthly candle that could end up green for October. Some people have been making a joke calling October like it's over October, right? But November's historical gains suggest there should still be moves coming, and December has a chance. In my mind, in my heart, in my gut, I feel like December should be the top. But for it to end now, in the middle of what's supposed to be a very bullish month, before we get into our historical most bullish month, at that moment where we want all coins to explode, but they haven't exploded yet, you know, I think we could find more continuation. Now, that is all I have in this video because my baby just woke up, even though I was whispering. So now I put my mic down and I'm back to normal. I'm gonna go wake my daughter. Well, my daughter's already awake, but I want to give you guys a crypto update. I hope you guys enjoyed this whisper, low tone video that now it was all for nothing. But I don't believe the bull market's over. I do like that the CEO of crypto.com is getting highlighted here. I like that a lot. I think it's a very positive thing that he's calling out potential market manipulation from some of the competitors. And I think it makes crypto.com and CRO stronger. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel. DCA Hello, my friends. Continue to do your own research, and we'll keep the content coming. 2 videos here if you want to check them out. We'll see you in the next one, y'all. Peace.